So what's going on, y'all? It's me back again today with another YouTube video. Guys, and if you're new here, my name is Navoy. I'm actually an online trainer. I'm from South Florida, but I've been living in Germany the last couple of years. So, if you're looking for your online coaching needs, you're tired of the other online coaches dancing in your videos, go on ahead, check me out at NavoyVincentFitness.com for all your coaching needs, guys. The topic of today is going to be, guys, ego is your biggest enemy. Now, guys, one of the biggest things that I've noticed, or at least learned from just working out in the gym, is, guys, some people, man, their egos is just huge. Their egos is the reason why they don't achieve what it is that they need to achieve in life. And it always comes off in the form that they use when they're working out. So, for example, I remember I was doing 21s, I think, with somebody at the gym. So we're working in together. And we weren't doing 21s, we were doing curls till failure. So me, I'm actually a lot stronger than this guy. So what I noticed was, as he started to fail, he started using really bad form. And I tried to say, like, hey, use good form, just make sure that you go to failure with the good form. But he basically told me, oh, well, now I can't do that, otherwise I'm not going to be able to keep lifting. And I said, like, that's the point. We're going to failure. Failure meaning you can't do anymore with proper good form. And this person's somewhat in decent shape, but they're not in the shape that they could be if they kind of check their ego, if you will. And this happens with a lot of people with the gym, man. Like, this is why, if you ever notice, there are guys that are even on the super subs, and it's like, that you can tell they got to a certain point when they were working out, let's say 3 or 4 years natty, and then they got to a plateau, and that plateau usually comes from bad form. Like, you're going to hit certain plateaus in the gym. Every once in a while, it's either going to be your diet's not right, bad form, exercise selection, or let's say, for example, with your quads, the inner sweep is all developed, but your outer sweep isn't developed. So then you have to switch the training to target more of the outer sweep. It's perfectly normal, guys. But one of the biggest plateaus is form. So what happens is they hop on the super subs. Now, guys, when you're on the cycle, especially in the beginning, you're going to put on a lot of muscle, or at least water, really quickly. And yeah, some of that might subsequently be muscle. The problem is your form never changed. So you're stronger, but your form is not as good, so you're not targeting the muscle as well, and so you're going to plateau again. So what most of them do is they just hop on more and more and more and more. But in reality, they never address that issue of the fact that their ego is not in check. Their form is horrible. And I see this a lot, man, at the gym, especially here in Germany, guys. It's like training legs here is illegal here. Like, some of these dudes, man, they legs are skinny as hell. And it's like your upper body damn near bigger than mine, but you ain't got no legs, like nothing, like literally nothing. It's almost unbelievable. Unbelievable. I always kind of am just shocked. No matter where I go in Germany, it's very rare to see someone with very good legs when it comes to training. But I say all of this because, guys, your ego is your biggest enemy in life. It's not just with the gym. You're going to have to be able to understand the fact that someone knows more than you. Someone's more knowledgeable than you, or what you're doing isn't correct. What you're doing isn't right. It's not flowing in the proper way. And the only way that you're going to get to over this hurdle or get to that next level is checking your ego. Your ego is your biggest enemy, man. Like, I cannot count on how many times that I've noticed where somebody has such a big ego that it basically destroys them. And another good example of this is like online coaching, right? So I know certain people that are kind of trying to do this as well. I'm like semi-successful. I'm not enough to live off of it, but I'm doing it well enough, Fingers crossed, eventually we're going to get there. The problem is when you start to try to tell people, okay, this is the steps that I took, because my ego was never big enough for me to think, oh, I know it all. I understood the fact that I'm stepping into an arena that I don't really know anything about. So it's going to be really crucial for me to kind of have mentors, kind of like with bodybuilding. I basically befriended people who were in really good shape and would learn things from them. And you see this, guys, specifically, especially, man, you see this with online coaching stuff. I'll tell people, yeah, you're probably going to have to pay a lot of money for marketing. You're probably going to have to pay a lot of money for this, get these certifications. They don't want to hear it. Guys, the days of just posting pictures on social media and you're going to be popping, that's not enough. It's way more work than that. You're going to have to provide some sort of valuable content that people can use and need. Otherwise, they're not going to really want to rock with you. The biggest example of this is John Meadows. and Eugene Teo. I remember watching a video of them with way back when they were talking about, before even social media was really a thing, how they would post on different forums, and they were slowly building the audience that way, and they would just provide good information. They just genuinely loved to work out. There were some guys that really loved to work out, and what happened was, slowly but surely, they built a very good audience because of the fact that they were giving out free content. They were getting, at the time, it was like unheard of. Why would you give away your secrets, or at least give away tips? But in reality, by them doing this, them giving the game up, or at least giving up these jewels, people thought, okay, if they know this much, what else do they know that's worth for me paying for? And by them doing that, they were able to build their businesses. Eugene Teo's got one of the biggest YouTube channels. John Meadows is one of my personal fitness inspirations. You know, like, he's the guy that when I first started writing programs for people, I would just kind of watch his videos and take different things from him. One of my biggest inspirations. And that was somebody, I was able to check my ego enough for me to understand the fact that these people know more than me. What can I learn from them? How can I achieve their level of success by basically seeing the mold that they created and making it my own, you know, with Navoy Vincent Fitness for all your, you know, coaching needs. But guys, that's one of the biggest issues, man. Like, your ego is your enemy. A lot of people, they ain't gonna make it. Their egos are so big that they're gonna basically die broke, like Soulja Boy said. You're gonna die broke. There's a lot of them, man. They ain't meant to make it. And I really don't want you to fall into that trap. Do not fall into the trap of your ego. Your ego is your enemy in this life, and it's very imperative that you overcome that and become the best version of yourself by checking your ego at the door, whether it's at the gym or in life. So yeah, that's all I got to say today, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment. And if you are new here, the typical slogan is make sure to control the negative, focus on the positive. It's your boy Navoy, repping Navoy Vincent Fitness. I'm out.